Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole Award chant will be rocking this place. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. A first down for the offense. The give is to Williams. Fights off a defender. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's, Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game, Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has a D coordinator seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Uiagalelei. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. He wants to throw it again. Caught near the sticks. It's Tuafili. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
I love running the angle route, whether it's on first down, second down, third round. It's a really good route. It's a safe route. Just takes a little bit of timing over the middle of the field. But, hey, again, getting it to a playmaker in space, always winning.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quick pass on the jet motion. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Absolute shank. Missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got him downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. LSU right back to the line. Off the play fake. He'll throw it with the catch. It's Daniels. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
That completion leaves us with second and medium. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Gain of 16.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Steps away. Gets rid of it. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. We'll start the quarter offense, about to snap it on second down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's caught. It's Williams. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're trying to get to him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Tigers need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards, because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. If you're a defensive lineman and that guard pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that puller, making a play, getting a tackle for a loss.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Snagged in the middle. It's Douglas. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw it to Uiagalelei. Finds a man in the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Tuafili. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're throwing to your running backs, you got to be careful. You got to be accurate. You got to put the football out in front and make it an easy catch for these guys, and that's exactly what that QB did on that angle right.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a miss.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 40, the 20, the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not only do they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? In this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Shoots it to the left. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Uiagalelei. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got it in the middle, it's West. Touchdown, Florida State! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half.
With the game tied.
And the Noles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jackson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up. He's got it on the right. Got a lot of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
The sure hands, it's Williams. They get him down after he makes the catch. LSU quick to the line. Takes it from the gun on third down. Looking to buy time. The quarterback scrambled around with the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Gets it out quickly. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. And now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to pass. It's Uiagalelei. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that was good defense again. And unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Quick strike complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Makes the catch. He's got enough. There he goes to the right. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Seminoles. They take the lead with the 6.
Man, that play looked a little bit too easy. Fourth down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The give is to Williams. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the pass hits, picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space. So if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. This offense has a second down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Got it behind the line. It's Toafili. It's a fumble. A defense scoops it up and they're bringing it back. There he goes down the right side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the defense doing work. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And the extra point is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Coming after it. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The offense set for a first down play. The give is to Williams. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And he muffs it, a loose football. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the 4th quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. Fires to the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Looking for a man. It's Uiagalelei. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Tuafili. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, Every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read, the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Got it in the middle. It's Toafili. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Uiagalelei. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the defense came into this game with a great game plan, and today they have been challenged, and they have answered that challenge. That was phenomenal coverage, reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the ball. You cannot do it any better than that.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, LSU.
And they'll send out the field goal unit.
On the field goal.
Not a chance. Missed it. And in the final quarter of regulation, we remain tied, guys.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for this kicker, and I tell you this, you can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to move it through the air. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. LSU right back to the line. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Buys a little extra time. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Absolute shank. Missed it. Now all the pressure switches to their defense. They've got to get a stop. Nothing to work with as they try to force another round of OT. First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score and it's over. He's going to pass. The sure hands. It's Lee. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The lone back's got it. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. They must protect the football here. They're already well within range of a game-winning field goal attempt. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They may just get the ball in position for a game-winning field goal here in overtime. The give. Good, solid tackle. Here comes the field goal unit, and they can win it with a chip shot. Not a chance. Missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And that's just what you couldn't have happen. You can't come away with no points on your first possession. It puts all the pressure, David, on your defense. Now, they've got to pitch a shutout here on their opponent's opening possession of OT, or this game is over.
And, man, does it change the complexion now for defense? Because now you got to be aggressive. Because all they need is a field goal to win. They don't have to be aggressive offensively. They can run the football. This defense is going to have to be great and force the kicker into a tough spot.
To the air, it's Uiagalelei. Just a little off. Incomplete. And the Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. And it's no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
It has been an absolute nightmare and a game to forget for this kicker. That is now his 4th missed field goal in this game, and if they lose, you know everybody's going to be pointing the finger at him.
Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. And the Tigers have taken it inside the 20. To the air on first down. Going for 6. A game winner! What a finish in double overtime!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.